The world withered, a silent plague stealing the future from billions. Cities once bustling, now echoed with the lament of empty cradles. Hope, a fragile ember, threatened to extinguish entirely. Then, a whisper from the sterile labs, a miracle. A cure discovered, a path to humanity's resurrection. But salvation came with a price tag, written not in gold, but in innocent blood. A child, vibrant and unknowing, the sole genetic key to mankind's survival. You, the lead scientist, stand at the precipice, holding the scales of creation and oblivion, the crushing weight of all future generations resting on your agonizing decision. Do you condemn one innocent soul for the sake of billions? Can you live with the screams of a child whose life you brutally extinguished? Or will you face humanity's fading eyes, knowing you let them fall?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This isn't merely a numbers game. It's a brutal confrontation with the soul of humanity itself. To choose the child is to embrace extinction, a slow, agonizing fade into the void, but perhaps with a clear conscience. To choose humanity is to become the ultimate arbiter of life and death, an executioner burdened by the ghost of a child whose potential you snuffed out. What does it truly mean to save a species if its foundation is built on such a monstrous act? The ripple effects of this decision will echo through every future generation, shaping their very understanding of morality, of good and evil. The abyss consumed the light, the hull groaning like a dying beast. Alarms screamed, each playing a countdown to oblivion. Your life's work, a groundbreaking energy solution, was on the cusp of reality. But now, all that mattered was the icy crush of the ocean. 3 souls, 2 pods. The cold math of survival laid bare before you, demanding a sacrifice, a judgment on who deserves to breathe the next breath. The faces of the others, one young and full of promise, the other old and weary, burn into your mind as the water rises. Who deserves to live? The future of humanity or the wisdom of a life lived? Can you condemn an innocent man to the dark depths to secure your legacy? Or will you embrace the icy embrace of the ocean, sacrificing yourself for others?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This dilemma strips away pretense, forcing a confrontation with our intrinsic value system. Do we prioritize potential, utility, or compassion? Saving yourself and the prodigy is a cold, calculated decision for the greater good of scientific advancement, but it stains your hands with the death of an innocent. Sacrificing yourself might be seen as noble, a truly selfless act, but it sacrifices humanity's potential savior. The burden of survival, for those who make it, will be a silent scream from the depths, and its eternal question mark on the cost of life, and the echoes of the one left behind. For generations, the sacred covenant has been the bedrock of your world, preventing the wars that once consumed continents. It is taught in schools, whispered in prayers, etched into the very fabric of existence. Then, a hidden archive, a forgotten crypt, revealed the chilling truth, a magnificent, necessary lie. The peace you cherished was a carefully constructed illusion, and now you hold the power to shatter it into a million fragments, or to become the silent guardian of the beautiful, monstrous deception that holds your world together. Do you condemn billions to a violent, chaotic future, all for the sake of an abstract truth? Or do you become the ultimate deceiver, living with the weight of that monumental lie? Is truth more sacred than life itself? Can peace truly exist when built
10,
on such an immense falsehood?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This dilemma explores the very nature of truth, belief, and the terrifying fragility of societal order. To expose the lie is to unleash a primal chaos, a cataclysm of faith and identity, questioning whether humanity can truly handle unvarnished reality. To maintain the lie is to become its silent guardian, a benevolent dictator of information, living with the psychological toll of such a grand deception. It forces us to ask, what is the true cost of peace, and what definition of truth can we live with when the very survival of civilization hangs precariously in the balance? The sterile hum of the medical bay could not drown out the frantic beats of your own heart. In the containment unit, your child, your innocent son, lay peaceful, unaware. A silent invader, a celestial plague, nested within him. In 24 hours, he would awaken as a weapon, an unwitting harbinger of extinction for everyone you knew, everyone you swore to protect on this remote colony. Your hand trembles over the syringe, the only cure, a poison that would steal his life the moment it touched his veins, to save countless others. Can a parent be an executioner? Can you sacrifice your own flesh and blood, knowing his death is the only salvation for thousands? Or will you watch your child's final moments, holding him close, as the shadow of your love consumes an entire world?
10.
Where does personal
9,
agony end
8,
and collective responsibility
7,
begin?
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is the ultimate test of paternal love versus utilitarian duty, a crucible where the personal and the collective collide with brutal force. To choose the colony is an act of unimaginable self-sacrifice, transforming love into a weapon, a necessary evil that will forever haunt your waking hours. To choose your son is an act of primal, unconditional love, but one that carries the weight of genocide, making your grief a monument to countless others' demise. It forces us to confront the boundaries of empathy and the brutal reality that sometimes love itself can be a destructive force, leading to the darkest of ends. The veil of time parted for you, granting a glimpse into humanity's ultimate destiny. What you witnessed was an inferno, a cosmic extinction event, obliterating 8 billion souls in a decade's time. But the same vision revealed a dark path to salvation, a series of calculated interventions, each one a death sentence for millions in the present. The power of foresight became a curse, turning you into a reluctant god, holding the scales of billions of lives, both now and in a future you desperately wish to unsee, a burden that threatens to consume your very sanity. Can you truly play God, sacrificing the present to save a future that is still just a vision? Can you condemn 100 million innocent lives, knowing their sacrifice might be for naught, or that the cost itself makes the future not worth saving? Or
10,
will you stand by,
9,
a silent prophet
8,
of doom, as
7,
the countdown begins
6,
for 8 billion souls?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This dilemma delves into the existential terror of prescience and the inherent flaws in utilitarian ethics when dealing with such brutal certainties. Is a future death less real than a present one? Does the greater good justify a proactive mass murder, an act of unimaginable horror? To act is to become a cold, calculating architect of suffering, but inaction is to become a passive witness to unimaginable devastation. It asks us to question not just what we would do, but what we could live with, and whether true heroism demands an unforgivable, indelible stain on one's soul, or if some futures are simply too costly to save.